Hey, hoser, it's James Griffin here, and I've got my webcam set up. It's actually an Xbox Kinect, but I got that set up, and I'm just gonna kind of go back to rambling over Wise Origins about random shit. So let's get to it. Now I've lost much of the shit I already did, so I'm probably just gonna private the entire series up until now and start fresh or something like that. I'll probably release these on Saturdays. Speaking of releasing things, if all goes well, I will be releasing I should already have one up, and I should be releasing a Guardian Legend video every Friday for the next, well, now 4 weeks. I'm recording this on Thursday, actually, but there's already a video coming out today, so I don't want to make another one. So we're going to start a new game here. And we can play any of these people. I didn't finish my Unico playthrough, so we're going to start with Unico. It's been far too long since I've played this, so I'm just going to play it on normal. Yeah, I know. Alright. Yeah, let's just get into it.
Sur l'intervention des dièses jumelles et des six
Or not.
Les grands pays prospéraient. Les dièses avaient un trésor précieux, la perle noire. Elle avait des sortes de pouvoirs mystérieux. Avec la magie, on pouvait faire des miracles. Avec l'éclairia, on pouvait amplifier ses pouvoirs magiques.
Fermez la bouche and get on with the bloody game.
Grâce à elle,
I'm Canadian, I know at least a preliminary amount of French.
Durerait une éternité.
But,
Mais soudain,
I think this is like...
un désastre frappa Is.
This is... I don't think this is Quebec French, though. It's too soft.
Sont apparus et ont commencé à envahir Is.
Yeah.
Les forces diaboliques ont tout fait.
Apparently you can't skip this.
Mais tous les habitants sont sauvés dans le temple de Salomon. On aurait dit la fin du monde.
Oh.
C'est alors
So hopefully,
la perle noire qui sauva Is de la ruine. Car
hopefully I'll be putting out a lot more content.
Mais aussitôt après ces soulagements fugitifs, les démons ont construit une autre tour et une nuée de monstres sont partis en direction du sanctuaire. Is menaçait de tomber. Pire encore, un événement imprévu arriva dans le temple de Salomon. Quelle histoire! Les dièses jumelles,
Come on, I don't have a full day.
de Is ont toutes disparu. Dans une situation désespérée,
Excuse the rumbly.
les 600 ont pris une résolution. Pour constituer une équipe de recherche, ils ont organisé
I've been struggling with the whole setup all day. Well, not all day, but since about 11:30.
Enfin, les sangs, ils envahiront à la terre dévastée.
And it's 1:45. Good. Hopefully I'll get a better mount than just sitting on the bottom of the monitor for the camera at some point. The music doesn't really fit, but it's actually pretty badass. I like the music of this game. It's not Final Fantasy, but it's still pretty good. I forgot how long this game takes to bloody well start. Just get on with it! I've seen this 3 times now, at least. So yeah, I'm going to be using, I've been using OBS, which I really like. It's extremely convenient. But the thing is that I have all sorts of trouble with making my mic volume good and my system volume good. And I have another we'll call it a soft noise gate. I have a software noise gate that I can use other than that now. And I've been experimenting around with it just to try to make myself sound better. But, and it's been meh. But now that I have an alternate noise gate, which I really need, I make a lot of noise. And that's a semi-major road here. But, and there's a fire department around, the fire hall around the corner from me. It's like our major one. Anyways, the thing with OBS is that it only records everything to one track, and you can't set it to do both because it's strictly set up for streaming, although it can record as well. So now that I have a noise gate, I have gone back to using Bandicam because I can make myself sound half decent. So I'm going to be using this again just to ramble about shit. I'm on my lunch right now, actually. Speaking of rambling about shit, I'm on my lunch. And for the 3rd week in a row, my coworker who I work with, my lunch is like 3 hours long. My coworker who I work with has not bothered to come in for the afternoon. Or, I mean, not just for the afternoon, for the entire day. So I'm doing essentially 1.5 people worth of work. I mean, I know that he was actually out of town working yesterday, but I mean, so was our boss. So, and he showed up today. He said he wasn't feeling all that well either. And that means that I had to work alone pretty much all of yesterday, except for like an hour in the morning. And this is the 3rd week this has happened, so it's... well, the 3rd week hasn't showed up. They've only been out of town for the last 2 weeks on Wednesday. Which, it's not a massively huge deal, but it's starting to get a little annoying. Like I said, just rambling about shit that's bothering me. I don't actually expect anyone to really watch these. I'm still not giving out names or anything. Not that I had the greatest day at work yesterday. It kind of sucked, but... Either way. I get easily distracted. So yeah, different ways of setting things up. I have plans for ways I want to set this shit up. It's sort of a little less open. I want to actually get a soundproof curtain for that. I just noticed that in another one of my recent videos, you can actually hear a fire truck going by with the sirens on and everything, which is unavoidable. And I was using OBS, which I like, and I'll definitely use it for streaming. But it's not as good as Bandicam. So there's that. I have a new mic. It's a proper USB mic, and it's not a Rocksmith, or sorry, Bandfuse mic. It's not super expensive, not super cheap mic, anyways. With my goddamn swag on it. I need a shock mount. This mount actually really sucks. But I want to make sure I get one of the right size. And I'm kind of poor right now. I've had the mic for a while. Just go. What else? An entirely new house, well, apartment, anyways. I have. It's I guess you'd call it a bachelor's. From the last time I put my ugly mug on cam. Can we just go? Excuse my lack of a shock mount. This has been going on for like 10 minutes. I have a video of a RPG Maker project I've been working on. Basically the first hour or so of gameplay. Excuse my shitty audio again. I don't even want it vibrating. And one more time. So, I forgot what I was talking about now. I can taste the gameplay coming. Oh yes, so yeah, you can go back and look at it. That was actually a lot. There's actually a lot of work put into that. Unless you're making these things, you'd be surprised. I'm doing everything myself. A problem I've run into, and why I've put almost no work into it since, is yeah. I'm sure that's it. Alright. Is that it? Alright. So yeah, one of the reasons I haven't put a lot of work into it is because the engine I was using, RPG Maker VX8, isn't very good at like anything. But RPG Maker MV came out, and it ruined the entire thing. The map of the town is way too big, so it takes like a minute to load. Because the resolution increased, right? So I had to scale everything up a bit. The mines are actually the second version of the mines, where the first one was just a little bit too big, so I had to split it up into different areas, and I made it a lot more complex. And all that. So the first problem I came into was that I had to redesign several house interiors. Because my overlay just did not scale up properly. I have no idea why. Like the resolution changed, but the aspect ratio didn't. But it was the completely wrong aspect ratio. I have no idea. Like it should just have scaled up 1:1 from 32 to 48 pixels per tile. But it didn't, and that's weird. So I had to redo those, and then it just took forever for the town to load, so I've had to break that up, and I've been working on it. Another map did not properly scale up, and I did a complete remake of it, and I actually liked the remake. But yes. Okay. I really like the remake of the map that I did. It's a lot better. It's a lot less. It's a cave map, and it's a lot less blocky now. And it still serves the same function basically, but it's completely redone. Nothing like the original. But I like it so much better. The thing is that now I have to go back and do every map like that. Well, not every map. I'm leaving the inside maps alone, but all the outside maps and all of the like caves and everything. You know, things that shouldn't look blocky. I'm going to redo most if not all of them. There might be one that I'm really happy with that I'll just touch up a bit, but won't drastically change. So that's a possibility. Or I might just entirely redo it and make it better, but it takes, this isn't necessarily something I'm terribly good at, so, it takes me a really long time, to do these. And I'm kind of completely redesigning a lot of things too. Now that I have the time, I was really happy. I was extremely happy with it before, but you know, I always want to do better. But I'm finding that I'm actually. I like doing it, but it's also Yay. I like doing it, but it's time consuming, and I'm not very good at it because I suck. I sometimes get disconnected. But I always go back to it and try. But I've sort of given up on the original premise of the game. I've been working on it for a long time, and I've lost a fair amount of the. I've lost a fair amount of the original story and other source materials I had for it. And the game was actually going to be in how I wrote it, the story for that one is actually a prequel. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that's what I got. So the prequel was actually kind of a stupid story. Oh, I can. Okay. It's been a while since I played this. Probably shows. So I always felt the prequel had kind of a stupid storyline. It's kind of like well, it was kind of stupid. So I'm just going to combine the two games into one. I'm kind of in the writing phase right now. And the reason I didn't want to the reason I didn't want to initially do the damn it. The reason I didn't want to initially do the the original story I wrote was because it's stupidly complex. It has to do with another game series that I'm actually going to revive at some point. It might be like a it might go back to being a weekly thing. Now that I'm sort of putting effort into making videos again. Not this. I don't care if this one's good or not. That's not its purpose. It's just for me to ramble. No, I can't go there. But how do I say it? The oh shit. Oh, okay. So can I afford anything? I have 200. Sure. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I can't do anything. Save. We'll use save 3. Alright. So, Oh, I need to put the necklace in there. Ah. Yeah, so now that I'm making... now that I'm going to try to be making more of the odd videos again. And try to, you know, diversify a little bit. Not just only do the odd Woes replay. Although I'm still going to do those when I have enough. I'm going to, you know, go back to doing the Phantasy Star Online Let's Play. Not the Phantasy Star Online, I mean Phantasy Star as a whole. Although I may end up doing Phantasy Star Online as part of it. If I want to get a capture card, which would let me do things like Phantasy Star Online. Which I can do on my Wii or GameCube or whatever. That's what I have it on, episodes 1 and 2. But I can do on the computer. I can do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I think that the series might be my favorite RPG series, if not not the series. Some of them are really bad, but Phantasy Star 4 is definitely the best, one of the finest games ever made. There's only a couple of instances where there's only one spot where the game is bad, and it's where you have to use an item. But it doesn't tell you have to use the item. So I originally had the idea in my head. I'll tell this story again at some point when it's relevant. That you had to hit them with the staff, but you had to actually you weren't supposed to hit them. You're supposed to basically use the staff as an item. You were supposed to basically use the staff as an item, and it would basically make oh good, you need those. Ow. Uh-oh. Oh man, those guys are strong for that shit. Anyways, basically you had to use the thing instead of hitting him with it, and he's nigh indestructible without it. You can never do more than 1 hit point of damage to him at a time. But other than that, it's really good. Phantasy Star 1 is great. I've actually beaten it. You can get it for you can get it on Steam now, as well as many other systems. But it's much better than Final Fantasy 1, I can tell you that much. I mean, it's to be playable, in my opinion, because I owned the original Final Fantasy 1 cartridge, and I beat it so long ago on the original Final Fantasy 1 cartridge. but in doing that, to me the game is completely unplayable in its original state. But Phantasy Star 1 is so much better than Final Fantasy 1. Phantasy Star 2 is terrible. They get an E for effort. They really tried to make the game good. Well, they really tried to make the game anyways. But it's slow and tedious and the combat system is terrible. Phantasy Star 3 has some amazingly awesome conventions in it, but it's still in that slow and tedious, but it's got a very interesting story. And then 4 is just an absolute masterpiece. An absolute masterpiece. I recommend, even if you don't like JRPGs, I recommend playing, at least trying to play Phantasy Star 4. It is great. Yay! I forget what that does. Oh, Whirlwind Power Increase, okay. Is that a boss? Is that over here? I don't know anymore. No. So, and then PSO was an incredible game for its time. Very, it doesn't really hold up nowadays because there are other games that have built on it. But I still find it actually pretty fun to play. Like one-player hot seat with some friends, or split screen rather. But it really has nothing to do with 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, one of the reasons I'm bringing up Phantasy Star is because 3 was an extremely ambitious game. It does have its gameplay problems. I want to do that every time. It does have some. It does have some gameplay issues, and it's slow and tedious, and it has a lot of the same problems that a lot of older JRPGs have. But it's actually a really good game, and it's very ambitious. It's a multi-generational, multi-pronged game where, you know, alright, I can get my weapon upgraded. Oh! Just did it. Yeah, the game is multi-generational. Which is actually kind of awesome. Seeing as how it's like 93 or 94 or something like that. Which makes the game pretty awesome in my opinion, and I've always liked it for that. So, other than that, and the from Compile Heart, the what's it called series? Record of Argus War, or however you pronounce that series, is are really the only multi-generational games. So The idea is that I'm going to have a multi-generational game. And I'm working on this... and I am no writer. But I'm giving it my all. I'm working on this ultra-complex storyline. I have an idea of everything that I want to do. I'm just trying to figure out functionally and literally, or literally, whatever, is the best way to do it. But it's going to result in it's going to result in a complex storyline, multiple endings, multiple ways of achieving endings, multiple endings at different lengths. You know, you could get about halfway through the longest the game will be, but you could get a bad ending there. I don't want to go over it in too much detail, because that would ruin the fun. Although it's going to, this is going to be a huge game. It's going to take me a long time to make, and all of my attempts to recruit anyone to help me have been in vain. I would love someone who would just help me out with some art, help me out with a little bit of writing, implementing some ideas in RPG Maker. Unfortunately, I know nobody with these skills. It kind of sucks. So, and I kind of like the idea of doing it all myself, although it's going to take forever. But I'm trying to put at least a couple of days of work into it every time. I want to put at least a couple of days of work into it every week. Either writing. I actually have a notebook that I carry around with me. That I'm doing my writing in. Oh, this chick and that dude. Yeah, blah blah blah. I think she becomes playable. So, like, I'm probably biting off more than I can chew here, but I always have, whenever I do a project, it's always very ambitious. And especially with the map making. I'm going for a Final Fantasy VI feel, right? Oh, I hate this boss. Yeah, I should have saved. This is actually one of the more difficult bosses in the game. Oh. It's a very good boss. Oh! Go away! No! Whoa! Nope. I'm over here. Yeah, no. It's a very ambitious game project, anyway. Ow! Run away! Uh-oh. Here we go. Nope. Uh-oh. Ow. And this is why it's a very hard boss to beat. I think I've been so aggressive. Oh! The first time I played this, that took like 4 or 5 tries. Blah blah blah. So... Oh no, what's that? Oh, where was I? Okay. So anyways, yeah, I'm unfortunately stuck doing the entire project alone. Which I'm actually kind of fine with. I'm enjoying it, even if I'm not necessarily getting very far. Mask of Eyes. Ow. Healing. There we get healing. Yeah, look at that damage now. Did I get the thing where that's... No. Wait. Oh. Oh. Yes, he is. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so I'm just exploring. Yeah, well, Unica's tough as old boots, so... Oh! That's not living! Where am I going? Oh yeah, there was a locked... No. There was a locked door. That's where I'm going. So yeah, I'm basically working to redo everything. You can check out the original video if you want. That wasn't even, that was like a rough draft kind of thing. Just I just wanted to put out some progress. The writing and everything wasn't fleshed out. It actually got changed a whole lot. That it's not the final. That it's not even the final like pre-alpha version. But yeah. So that's something I'm working on. It's making that work. And it's still going to be the first part of it's still going to be very much the same. The story's going to be changed up. Oh, wrong button. The story's going to be changed up a bit, but okay, this is where I use the master device. Oh. After I kill all these guys. I think it's going to be that door. Just because it's different. Haha! So, yeah, I'm very much working on that. Instead of using foreground, instead of using a tile set, I'm actually, and this is specifically only for the ground, instead of using a tile set, I'm using a, well, instead of, for like ground and mountainsides and all that, what I'm doing is I'm freehand drawing with a graphics tablet. I am freehand drawing the shape of the ground, and then using a I have this program called Xarxis texture editor. It's it makes a procedurally generated texture. But I think the first one I did was basically a hand-drawn texture. I'm gonna actually I think I'm gonna go back to the hand-drawn textures because it's easier to get them to tile. It's a little bit more work. It's a lot more work. But for like walls and stuff, it's much better. So there's that. Good. So, yeah, so what I'm doing is, again, I'm basically freehand drawing it and then putting a texture over the freehand drawing. Which actually leads to more interesting map designs. The problem with tile sets is that they're blocky. They're extremely blocky. So, they just look square and bad. And with the way RPG Maker handles maps, you can't even make them less blocky without basically using something like Photoshop. I use Krita. Krita Desktop is great. The Steam version, Krita Gemini, is absolute shit. Don't buy it. Krita Desktop is free and pretty much the same thing. I used to have the thing differently. Set up different last time I played this, I guess. Well, that was annoying. Am I going to fight the spear chick? You have to fight her a couple of times. Ah, this dude. Anyway, so, it works much better than just using a standard tile set, as far as I'm concerned. You can throw in some shading to make it look more 3D. Of course, most of the, and then I'm just using some of the standard tile sets and some other tile sets that I have as for like for filler for houses and like shrubbery and stuff. I'm using the normal inside tile sets for the insides because they actually work well. But I'm still doing it in Krita as opposed to just in the editor because you can just make it look better in every way. You're not stuck to 2 layers. Well, 3 layers if you want anything to change, I guess. 2 map layers and a sprite layer. Actually, I guess you can use a few sprite layers. But that sort of idea. Anyways, so and I don't know why they won't. I don't know why the RPG Maker devs won't like fix it. You know, they could. It would not be very hard for them to even without making it like even without making the mapping system in the game you know, even if you stuck it to a everything on a tile, it would not be hard for them just to make it so that you can't, you know, just stack a bunch of whatever shit you want up. It would not be very hard for them to do it at all. Now, fortunately, there's a lot of people who use it. You can basically, you know, make add-ons. One of the reasons I switched to MV is because it is it's Java-based instead of Ruby, which makes it a million times better in every way. So as long as you keep your maps small, I guess. Whoa. It's actually quite a bit better. And the original Balkan on the map was like huge. And had a lot going on in it. But I loved it. So the thing is that now I am sort of stuck making more and more elaborate maps. Which takes a lot of time, and one of my biggest problems with it is that I find I make maps very boring. So I go out of my way to make them less boring, and then they start getting like ugly and crowded. Or I don't do a very good job at making them not boring, and they just still aren't boring. But that's just something I need to practice and find a way of doing it that I like, basically. What's already in here? No. This will close. Ah, okay, I need that. It'll close and there'll be a bunch of shit that spawns in here that I have to kill. And it's those guys. Yeah, that's right. Ow. Is there a save point? 11? No way. Still be helping that. I haven't actually seen a save point for a while. Oh well, I can just cheese it. That'll do, there will be a save point before the boss. I should probably kill this guy first. So yeah, that project is coming along very slowly. Very slowly indeed. But it's coming along. It is moving. Again, I'm doing a lot of writing right now. I'll probably eventually take a break from writing, catch up to at least catch up to maps. Okay, that's not what I wanted. A little bit of a glitch there. But hey, I can see why I had that turned off. Oh, right. Oh, hey, I stunned him. Oh, okay. Where am I supposed to go? Up here. Derp. Oh. May just be easy XP, yeah. Oh. Those night things are actually kind of difficult. Oh, please don't. No, it won't be the boss. I'll have to go up more. I've actually got another game on the back burner that's not a JRPG. It's kind of a Metroid clone. Well, it's actually a Guardian Legend clone, but I'm taking it a step farther than the Guardian Legend, and yeah, it's going to be well, it's not going to be anything, but I had everything but the actual gameplay done. I want it to be kind of all three, the Guardian Legend, 1942, and Metroid. Which, if you're not familiar with the Guardian Legend, it's an NES game. I'll be doing a Friday Let's Play of it. I'll do the whole thing. I'll be doing the whole thing at, in one take. Probably without dying, because I'm really good at it now. Oh, I have that. Stationary here. Oh yeah, you can heal just by standing still. Reduce bad status effect duration for 1500. I will take that. Save. 3. Yes. Yes. Alright. Yes, here we are. So anyways, it's like, a top-down shoot-'em-up or whatever. I'm not up to my, on my genre. But it's like 1942 or 1943 or 1944 or like Aero Fighters. A top-down thing like that. But it's also got a, like, much better version of The Legend of Zelda. Top-down adventure game like that. The top-down thing is a little easy. I actually did this entire thing the other day, but the audio was shit. Do I? Oh. Nope. Ow. Ow. Do I forget how to fight this guy. Ah. Uh-oh. Ow. I'm sucking. Whoop. Yeah. Oh. Okay, these guys will are annoying. Oh, I can just kill the bubble. But I can't just kill that. Yep. Whoa! Retry. Oh, you can retry. Good. Oh. Nope, nope. There we go. Yeah, you can actually only do so much with the percentage of its health to it. Out of time with that. Oh no! Oh yes! Oh, I'm on the hard side to do it. And it has a timer for how long it'll be gone. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. Oh shit. Alright, come on. Nope, nope, nope. That hurts. This side is definitely the easier one to go up. Ow! Ah! There we go. So yeah, I have, you know, everything but the assets, basically. The map design, I have ideas for bad guy designs. It's going to be nothing special. A really good story for it, but that's a little more in-depth, and I don't have nearly as many pre-made assets that I can use for it. So that's on the I want to do list but can't, or I want to do but can't list. Oh, that will be, as they say, is that for this. So if you watched this, thanks for thanks for sticking with my super cringy. Thanks for sticking with my super cringy ramble, just going on about random shit that's going on. And hopefully I had a video up yesterday, and if not, then hopefully I will have it finished. I may or may not be able to have everything done when I want to. But this is an hour and 10 minutes, about as long as well, about 10 minutes less than I expected it to be because of that stupid intro. It's stupid and should be skippable. Whatever company that made this, I can't remember. It's like Famco or something like that. Your intro is stupid. It's my last ramble. I gotta go anyways. So, thanks for watching and all that good shit, and have a good one, eh?